Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya, and today we are going to be going over a perfect Christmas cozy guide, a cozy Christmas guide, a guide to a perfectly cozy Christmas. I just like last time, I brewed a fresh mug. Can you see that? Piping hot, so I won't be able to taste it right away. There's some loose tea in here of this brand called Rishi. I really like how flavorful and fragrant and vibrant the colors come out for the tea. But I have a cinnamon plum tea that I'm so excited to try. I bought it like a year ago and it smells so delicious. There's like black currants in here, cinnamons, plums. It has like a sweet and spicy kind of aromatic, like think of mulled cider, apple cider, that kind of vibe. So, oh, I'm so excited to try it out here, and it's in my perfect little gingerbread mug. So excited. But guys, I have been planning this Christmas guide since I finished my autumn one. I feel like once again, we have the classic things that everybody does recommend, but I was thinking of a few things that could be considered a little bit out of the box, so I'm very excited for you guys to hear it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you do like the video, of course. I'm gonna put this down. It's way too hot to try it right now, and we're just gonna get right into it. We have a bunch of cozy hobbies and foods and TV shows and movies and a bunch of craft and decor ideas for the season. So excited for you guys to hear that. Once again, if I am looking down, it's because I have it written down. Okay, so the first category is books. Some of these books are gonna reappear on my December to be read list, so that video should be coming out relatively soon as well. We have some books that I'm sure you guys have heard of and some that are gonna be new to you. So Truman Capote, if you didn't know, he wrote this book called Breakfast at Tiffany's, and if you're finding that out right now, Breakfast at Tiffany's is actually a book, which is really cool. I found that out about 2 years ago, but he has this book here that I was interested in, and it's super thin, and it's called A Christmas Memory. I don't know much about it, so I'll just be reading to you a quick summary off of Goodreads. This is what the cover of the book is. I got this one at the library because you don't want to just purchase any old thing until you've read it. Typically, if it's something that I purchase, it has to be like a true classic or a gorgeous edition. It has to be something that I've already read. But yeah, if you are interested in even more of the books that I'll be talking about, I will be putting out a separate video for my December reads. It's a TBR video, to be read video, and I'm sure some of these books might repeat themselves. But A Christmas Memory, it says here on Goodreads that, of course, it's a super short story written by Truman Capote. It was first published in 1956. This has to deal with the recollection of Capote's rural Alabama boyhood and has become a modern day classic. So 7-year-old Buddy knows that the Christmas season has arrived when his cousin, Miss Sook Falk, exclaims, that doesn't sound right. That does not sound right. But anyway, Miss Falk, let's think of like Falcon a little bit, right? Exclaims, "It's fruitcake weather." I love fruitcake weather, don't you? Oh my gosh. Thus begins an unforgettable portrait of an odd but enduring friendship between two innocent souls, one young and one old, and the memories they share of beloved holiday rituals. Okay, that's it. That's all it's giving me. So yeah, super quick thing if you have an afternoon and this is something that you might want to read, go for it. My next book is The Christmas Box Miracle by Richard Paul Evans. I actually read one of his books. You guys may have seen one of his movies, or a movie that was inspired by his book called The Noel Diary. It starred one of the girls from Station 19. I don't watch that show, but I know that the young lady is in there, as well as Justin Hartley. Wow. So yeah, this one is The Christmas Box Miracle by Richard Paul Evans, and it seems like he does a lot of Christmas stories, you know what I mean? So this one in particular says here, once again, it's like a short book. So once again, The Christmas Box Miracle is the story behind the book that has become a Christmas, how a man writes and publishes a book which helps grieving people to heal and lost souls to find their way home. So it looks like it's gonna be one of those like heart-tugging, heartwarming stories. So basically it's the author's own spiritual journey and the stories of people he encountered along the way. So there are miraculous stories of healing and divinity that often defy explanation. I feel like that's always something very mysterious about Christmas. It's like, oh yeah, like did you hear the jingle bells, the sleigh bells that are going and nobody else can hear them? Or like, you know, in movies, whenever something crazy happens and people stare at each other like, did that just really happen? Or hey, that was the man that was helping us throughout the entire movie, that freaky kind of thing. So things that defy explanations, really. Y'all, it can't be Christmas without this classic. This is a thrifted copy of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I love this kind of cloth bound edition that I found years ago. But yeah, this is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Y'all, I have not read this book. I've never read it, but of course I've seen tons of adaptations on the screen. Even last year, I ended up going to see Spirited, I think. I believe it was Spirited with Will Ferrell, I don't know how to say his name, and Octavia Spencer. Oh my gosh, that's an author, Octavia Butler, I don't know. Guys, oh my gosh. Anyway, A Christmas Carol is about the story of you gotta get your crap together before it's too late, right? In this particular story, Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge. Who's Ebony Scrooge? Is the black version. Ebony Scrooge is the black woman version of Christmas Carol. Ebenezer Scrooge is visited by these three, I don't know what you would say, apparitions? These three apparitions or ghosts, and it's a Christmas past, present, and future. And these ghosts, they just show Scrooge the direction of his life if he keeps going in his bah humbug way. That's the best way I can explain it. And of course, from what I understand, especially since we've seen so many different adaptations, Scrooge does become a lot kinder at the very end of the story, but it's so classic. I just need to read it already. Now this one, I sometimes like seeing this on the big screen, and other times I'm like, this is really stressing me out, where people just like skip Christmas. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we're in an alternate reality where there's no Christmas. That just, whoa, my eye just twitched. Oh my God, my eye just twitched. But it really is just such a, I don't know, it's a very distressing, disturbing thing to think about, you know? So this one here by John Grisham, guys, I have a funny story. I got 2 copies of this particular book from the library, and I was waiting in line with my sister, and there was somebody who was in front of us. It was this elderly lady, maybe in her 50s or something like that, and she was asking about a Grisham book. Right? I don't know if it's this one. John Grisham has plenty of books, right? And I had the book like in my hand, wrapped up with my little name and whatnot, because, you know, I went to go pick up my hold. And she's like, the lady was like, is the John Grisham book available? And then the person behind the desk, the librarian, she's like, no, it has a long hold time. And my sister and I looked at each other. Of course, we have no idea if this is the right book, but I was like, you know, like hiding the book. I was like, I'm so sorry if I took up all the copies, but you have to be ready to rumble, okay? This is a public library where people this is a public library where people are able to just, you know, in advance, order a book. And I needed it for this video and my December TBR. So you snooze, you lose. I'm so mean. Is that the Christmas spirit that we're talking about? No. But anywhoosies, Skipping Christmas by John Grisham. It says here, imagine a year without Christmas. Oh, I don't want to imagine that. No. No thanks. No crowded shops, no corny office parties, no fruitcakes, no unwanted presents. That's just what Luther and Nora Crank. Is it like Christmas with a crank? Nora. Wow. Have in mind when they decide that just this once, they'll skip the holiday altogether. This is interesting. This sounds like Christmas with the Cranks. Am I finding that out right now? This is so cool. Okay, so Luther and Nora Crank have in mind when they decide that just this once they'll skip the holiday altogether. Theirs will be the only house on the street without a rooftop Frosty the Snowman. This sounds like it. They won't be hosting their annual Christmas Eve bash. They aren't even going to have a tree. They won't need one because come December 25th, they're setting sail on a Caribbean cruise. But as this weary couple is about to discover, skipping Christmas brings enormous consequences and isn't half as easy as they'd imagine. Oh, this is fantastic. This is literally Christmas with the Cranks. In the movie, there's this girl named Julie Gonzalo, I believe. She was the mean girl in Cinderella Story, the 2004 version. Guys, I love television. I love movies. Anyway, she was in the 2004 Hilary Duff Cinderella movie, and basically in Christmas with the Cranks, she was Jamie Lee Curtis's and Tim Allen, who's the Santa Claus. That's Santa right there, y'all. Anyway, she was their daughter, and she was like, I'm coming back. I can't wait to, you know, enjoy all this delicious food and see the decorations. And then those two, the older, you know, married couple, Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis, they like were getting ready to set sail. They got a tan. Somebody got Botox. They didn't decorate. People were like, what is going on? You're not having that party. You're not putting up your decorations. And it was just so hilarious. That's one of my favorites. It really is. But yeah, look at what happens when you just pick a random book and you find out something new about it. This next one, I am very excited for it. And I know a lot of people love this beloved story. Love this beloved. Anyway, it's Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, not Jane Eyre, not Anne of Green Gables, whoever wrote that. I'm sorry if I just insulted some people. But anyway, Little Women, I hear that it's a very Christmassy story, and I've always wanted to get into that, so maybe this year we'll have a whole video on that. I'm super wary about it because I have some siblings. Not only siblings, but I have sisters, and if a book goes south about sisters, I really loathe it because I love my sisters so much. I read this book earlier this year. It was called Hello Beautiful, and it just made me want to gouge my eyes out because of this injustice. Guys, it was just an unbalanced injustice between some siblings. And then there's this other book that recently was released called Blue Sisters. Once again, that sounds like Blue Valentine, Blue Sisters, you know, sad story. So, and I need to know about this scene.
No.
It's no use, Joe.
Please
Joe,
don't.
we've got to have it out.
No.
I have loved you ever since I've known you, Joe. I couldn't help it. And I tried to show and you wouldn't let me, which is fine.
No.
But I must make you here now and give me an answer because I cannot go on like this any longer.
Please.
Whoa.
It always makes me laugh. Okay, but anyway, Little Women is on the docket, possibly, maybe. Of course, I'll be returning one copy, or maybe somebody in my household could read it in tandem. I think that's the right word, alongside with me. But I do have 2 copies of The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans. I'm wondering if this is the beginning, the intro, the first book in the series. So that's part of it. Here we go again. He's the Christmas guy. Richard Paul Evans, once again. This one in particular is A Christmas Memory. And they just seem like just simple Christmas books that one could get super interested in. Gosh, I love this bouquet. Okay. During one of the sales last year, I was able to pick up this gorgeous book here. It's a Penguin cloth-bound edition of the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories. There's just a bunch of Christmas stories in here that one can get into. On the back, this is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. I love the white cover alongside of the navy blue falling snow and the birds and of course the detailed Christmas trees. It's such a good feel. I wasn't expecting it to be that small. This is something that one could possibly get into as well if you're interested in having a variety of Christmas stories. Maybe you can do one a night or so. Super fast. Okay.
We were dreamers
Not so long
ago. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
Like, what was that? If you can tell, because you may not be from planet Earth, the Polar Express. Bye. My goodness. By Chris Van Allsburg. I know this, but you know, your brain goes a little crazy, but oh, this is a quick read. This seems like the perfect kind of 'twas the night before Christmas and all through the house not a creature was stirring and not even a mouse. It seems like such a traditional book to read. I've never read it, but by golly, I've seen that movie. I saw it in theaters last year. So special. We'll be talking about theater showings later on in our activity section, but I saw this movie last year with my family, once again, for like the 20th time. I can only imagine that this is just an incredible book as well. Oh my gosh, is that the Polar Express? I literally turned to the page of the train. I'm hoping this is good. So, The Polar Express by Chris Van Allsburg. We gotta do Harry Potter for Christmas. Have you ever seen The Great Hall during Christmas time? Happy Christmas, Harry. Guys, I actually did a video on the channel that was like a Christmas-centered video for Harry Potter. I will link it, go check it out. It was very sweet. We attempted a chocolate tart, we decorated for Christmas, we read the book, and we just had such a fun time. But yes, this gorgeous version here, the Mina Lima edition, is just one that just screams Christmas. So I'm very excited to continue through the chamber. Oh, this one is actually the Sorcerer's Stone. The chamber is actually green, but I'm excited to continue with the Harry Potter series. So it just screams Christmas. It screams Christmas. I picked up this book here in Savannah, Georgia. I just thought it was so perfect. It's called A Very French Christmas, and it just seems like, once again, lots of fun French short stories. They're not in French, but they're English, of just different Christmas stories. So let me read off some of the titles here. Yeah, all of these people are French, the authors. So there's The Gift by Jean-Philippe Blondel, Saint Anthony and His Pig by Paul Arény, The Louis d'Or, like gold, doll, by François Copier, Christmas in Algiers, woo, that sounds fancy, by Anatoly Lebras. That sounds more like a Russian. The Wooden Shoes of Little Wolf by François, again, François is a woman. Christmas Eve by Guy de Maupassant. And it goes on and on. Christmas at the boarding school. Ooh, that's making me so excited. Now, for some modern Christmas stories, we don't know how, special they are, how lovely they are, but this one won. It didn't win. Let me rephrase that. This one was second place on this poll that I conducted on the channel. Is Sarah Morgan's The Holiday Cottage. It just looks so sweet. Yeah, this one will have to be read because it almost won in the poll. You know what did win? Everybody's gonna be reading this year. The Most Wonderful Crime by Ali Larter, I think. No, Ali Larter is an actress. Ali Carter? I don't know. Anyway, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I love the cover and I love the idea. It has an Agatha Christie-esque kind of mystery. Somebody's invited to a big fat castle and people are just dying off. Somebody gets murdered and I just cannot wait to read that. So I am gonna be reading The Most Wonderful Crime by Ali something, and that'll be part of our book club. So if you guys do wanna join, the link is in the description box as well as the pinned comment. Maybe my comment won't be pinned if I find somebody really good to pin. Okay, but yeah, The Holiday Cottage. It says here, to the outside world, Imogen, ooh, we love that name, is a marketing dynamo. This sounds like Hallmark. Her colleagues don't know that while her high-achieving professional image is real, the happy childhood stories she spins are as fake as her pretend enthusiasm for Christmas. Working 24/7 has always been her solution to surviving the festive season, until burnout leads to a catastrophic blunder. Suddenly, Imogen is handed a holiday gift she definitely doesn't want. Enforced time off work to recuperate. Like, you need to go chill out. Like, somebody's telling you to go chill out, like, what? And you're gonna get paid for it? That's typically how it goes. Then an invitation arrives from her favorite client, Dorothy, to stay at her guest cottage in the Cotswolds. I think that's in England or the United Kingdom, right? Oh my gosh, everybody is always talking about the Cotswolds. Very cool. From the thatched roof to the cozy open fireplace, Holly Cottage is a picture-perfect haven. Can it provide the fresh start Imogen so desperately needs? For Dorothy, helping Imogen offers a longed-for chance to make reparations for her own past. But as her daughter Sarah keeps reminding her, it brings risks too. Yet Dorothy knows that only a leap of courage will allow her family to grow and heal. And perhaps this Christmas, with Dorothy's help, the new life that Imogen is slowly piecing together could be better than anything either of them could imagine. Okay. Sounds good. I cannot do this video without mentioning I Spy by Walter Wick, one of my favorite photographers. This is just such a fun activity if you want to just spend some time off of your phone looking at these gorgeous pictures, these gorgeous photographs of just such a nostalgic and sometimes eerie, not unsettling, but just something about it. It just makes you like, huh. Like, it just brings about this feeling within oneself about like just yesteryear. But I Spy, this Christmas edition, I have the other one back there. It's this one here, but I won't disturb my set. Look at this, guys. So you're just basically looking for a bunch of different items within these pages, and there's so many. And it takes a little while too, because sometimes they hide them quite well. So you have a bunch of like different Christmas scenery. Some of them are like the mudroom full of like toys and boots and ice skates and scarves and whatever. And you're just kind of like looking through this jungle of knitted, beautiful items to find exactly what the author wants you to find. Here's this cookie cutting scene, like a sugar cookie kind of scene. Oh, it's just perfection. Anyway, you get the picture. I adore them. I love them so, and I have at least two. He needs to come out with more. Walter Wick, come out with more. Another wonderful option for the season is this short story called The Gift of the Magi. So basically it deals with this young couple, husband and wife, who are having a little bit of a turmoil and anxiety about buying Christmas presents for each other with so little money. So the story just follows them and the different sacrifices that they make for each other throughout the story. But it's a super short story, so you guys will leave it at that. And of course, most importantly, the story of the birth of Jesus. So this one in the Bible is Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 20. Super quick, super short. You can read that in less than 10 minutes, I promise. And it's just such a special way to also incorporate this version of, you know, a written, I want to say literature, but written text into your season as well. Not only you're reading all of these like fictional things, but you can read the true story of the birth of Jesus. It's true. the true story of the birth of Jesus, which is of course incredibly special and incredibly important because that is the very reason for the season, of course. Alrighty, next we have hobbies, crafts, decors, and handmade gifts. So to start, one of my ultimate favorite pieces of decors that anyone can have in their home are paper chain garlands. I have always loved that look. I don't know if it's because it's so relaxed, it's not very like Christmas Nazi, like it's not like too adult, it's kiddish, it's playful, it's just very sweet, it's accessible, I feel, especially if you don't have like a lot of access to traditional Christmas, what people would think of as traditional Christmas decorations. It's like, if you want, you literally can make your very own paper chain garland out of almost anything in your house. I'm certain people have paper. You must have tape, glue, a stapler, and even like a pen can be something if you wanted to make a special design. But oh, I love paper chain garlands. They are when they make such an impact. One year we ended up making paper snowflakes as well. So much fun. There's so many different designs that can be curated out of those. So paper snowflakes are another wonderful piece to your home if you want to add that kind of whimsical and not too messy decor as well. Just, I don't know, I love paper type of decors, I guess. Making custom ornaments, that's of course something that a lot of people end up doing. I know the craft stores like Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, etc., etc. They have these beautiful clear ornaments. Sometimes they're plastic, sometimes they're glass, and you could Mod Podge fabric onto them. You can draw onto them, and sometimes you can even fill the inside like with snow and glitter and whatever else can fit inside that little opening. So custom ornaments are very fun, and you can of course paint them too. It's very similar to building like a ship in a bottle. I love that kind of look. It's like, oh my goodness, seafaring mariners. Ooh. Painting taper candles. Just like last time, I think that painting taper candles for this season is quite unique and special as well. You're able to kind of design your very own look depending on what kind of decor you have around the home, putting little motifs like Santa, snowflakes, reindeer, snowmen, gingerbread men. You could put pine trees and ornaments and whatever else you might think of, but painting taper candles is such a fun craft around this time of the year. I think that would be just about perfect. And once again, somebody last time told me that depending on the type of paint, it's not considered really toxic, but you guys do your research, because I was like, I don't know, there's non-toxic paint, acrylic paint, I don't know, just do your research just to make sure we're not inhaling crazy fumes around here. Or once again, it should just be decor, it doesn't have to be lit. If you really want to show somebody love, and if you have this particular skill, knitting somebody a scarf, some sock, a sweater, a blanket for the season is just the perfect thing. Of course, the weather is getting much colder. We just had like a huge cold front come into Florida a week ago or so, and I just was loving it because you can go outside and things like this without sweating. Without sweating. Having those kind of special things like a beautifully knitted sweater. I'm not saying this one was given to me by anyone, but yeah, like socks and things like that is just such a sweet and cozy and comforting thing to receive. I've always enjoyed getting such a thing around the Christmas season, like a brand new pair of socks. You know, you're wearing it for the season around the home, keeping your little toes nice and warm. We go through socks quite fast, so.
Henrik, I don't feel right about staying here for free.
Find a way to feel right about it. My grandmother will be insulted if you even suggest paying her. Don't your feet get cold?
Oh, a little.
Kook vee.
You got old.
You didn't. This is JJ. JJ, Astrid, my best amor.
It's nice to meet you.
Come down to breakfast in the morning.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Want to see something cool? These were waiting on my shoes this morning, and I can confirm my toes are quite toasty.
Oh, she really likes you.
Oh.
Those are handmade.
I'm gonna go shopping for some socks of my own so I can return these to her. No?
No. Yeah, you can buy more, but do not give those back. That's a gift to wear forever. Like, you should plan to be buried in those socks.
I'll add it to my will.
getting things like that is always super nice. Continuing with crafts, of course, making your own wreath. I know a lot of people love doing that. Depending on the style of your home or the style of the door that you have, you can make your very own wreath, and it can just be so precious and so beautiful. Some might have pine cones, others might be more focused with like the cranberries or the holly berries, juniper berries, I don't know, the beautiful red berries that we have around the Christmas time, and pine needles, fir, cedar, all of these delicious smelling things. You can do faux or real, and you can make your very own wreath, tying a little ribbon onto there, putting in a special little bow, and just making it very customizable to your own taste. There was this glorious picture of this frosted mason jar with holly and pine and like twinkle lights that I saw on Pinterest. I'll post it up, of course, but yeah, that could be a craft as well. If you want to find inexpensive mason jars at the thrift store, or maybe possibly, I don't know if, you know, Mod Podging it or some type of glazing could work. You can do your research on that. Adding that to maybe like a coffee table or a kitchen table as a centerpiece, or even within a bookshelf. Oh, that sounds like such a pleasant and perfect way to add like just a little bit of touch of like nature in your home. Another beautiful piece of decor that I've never tried, but you know, well, I have tried, but I just haven't tried it in that fashion. Adding pine cones and snow, as well as possibly like a little piece of like a pine branch or pine leaf. Leaf? Is it really a leaf? Pine needles. I was like, yeah, pine needles. They're a lot of fun when they get on the floor, huh? Adding that to one of those like kind of like tall not taper candles, tall pillar candle glass holders. That is another wonderful idea for the season. It's just so elegant, relaxing, and decorative thing to just place once again almost anywhere in the home. I just think it's so perfect. They're also called hurricane glasses, if I can recall that. I think that's from even New Orleans. They try to serve like mint julep in those kind of glasses. Ooh, I saw this baby's breath and burlap candle arrangement. I'll show up the picture. It's so easy to do, so fun. And there's also the option of doing a tiered Christmas tray. If you find one of those really inexpensive trays, like imagine like 3 layers, and in a sense you can kind of do your Christmas village, a mini Christmas village there. Twinkle lights, little homes, bottled, brushed Christmas trees, snow, little figurines. Yeah, I like that.
That's funny. I like that. Wait, that I like.
And if you're a glammy girl, a glam girl, a floating candle centerpiece is also really beautiful too. I really love that, and I can imagine how regal and elegant and luxurious that can look. Once again, super tall hurricane type of pillar glasses filled with water. At the bottom we have cranberries or that specific red berry, and you have like a floating candle. I'll post a picture so you guys can get a very good look at that particular craft. Of course, some of the hobbies that are very fun and very easy to do during the autumnal season can be easily carried to the Christmas time. Puzzles are king in my home. We just did one a few weeks ago for autumn, and now I cannot wait to get into the beautiful Gallison Christmas puzzles. Those are unmatched. And another one that seems to be quite unmatched as well are the New Yorker puzzles that they are selling off of Amazon and almost anywhere that you can get them. They are so beautiful because they have a lot of the covers of, I suppose, the magazine or the publication of the New Yorker, where you have all of these really beautiful Christmas scenes, whether it be a cabin or Santa or somebody's cozy home or whatever it might be. But I love the New Yorker ones. They are a little bit pricier. Maybe one for the season could be good, but I am in love with the Gallison Christmas puzzles. Those are so beautiful. And you know what? For Black Friday, they've been discounting some of them. So hopefully if this video does come around that time, because Cyber Monday is probably tomorrow, you might be able to get a sweet deal on a Gallison Christmas puzzle. I think those are just so precious. The way that the illustration is in those particular puzzles, I love them. Actually, I have a couple back here. I'm gonna show you some. They're both night scenes, so sorry if it's a little dark for you. This one's called Presentville, a play on Pleasantville. You see, it is so gorgeous. I love that so much. Have a little ice skating scene. All of the buildings are lit up. Everybody's getting ready for Christmas. There's all these cars going and Santa all the way at the very top. I'll have the picture right here too. But yeah, I love that. And it's a foiled Christmas puzzle, so once you build it, I presume that it'll shine on through as well. It's just so precious. Yeah. And there was this one that was like a snow globe. Oh, I'm dying for that one too. And these are kind of easier because they're 500-piece puzzles. This one's called Winter Lights, another 500-piece foiled puzzle. A gorgeous Christmas tree here. and lots of activity and hubbub and bustling, busy people doing what they do around this time of the year. I love it so much. So perfect. Christmas puzzles are fantastic and such a way to get into the Christmas spirit. It's an activity that you can do with your loved ones on a big old table if you can. And it's something that you can do when you're snowed in or snowy days or just a day that is just a little bit more calm and chill and relaxed. You can just get your Christmas puzzle out, have one of those gorgeous Christmas ambiance playlists going on YouTube, make yourself a nice hot cup of cocoa and get to just puzzle building. It's good. Stretch the mind. Get off the phone. Get off the phone. Trust me, I'm one to talk. But seriously though, it's a good idea to try to, you know, really minimize your phone use around this time of the year. But of course, don't click away on this video. Guys, I saw the cutest, most darling thing. Honestly, it was so precious. There was this needlepoint felt mouse that they're selling off of Amazon. Tell me this guy isn't the most scrumptious, cutest, adorable mouse you've ever seen. He's perfect. And it seems like he has a whole family. There's somebody there with a little, you know, little house on the prairie bonnet. I don't know what era that is, you know, old American 1800s, but there's like a grandma looking one. There's one with glasses. Needlepoint felting. I don't know if I'll be able to do that this season, but I was super tempted because it was so inexpensive too. I'm sure the price is gonna go up. Oh my gosh, that little mouse was so cute. So cute. And I'm sure there's a way to convert him to become an ornament once you do finish him up. Hopefully he's not too tricky for y'all. I know this is an activity, but for sure, in a sense, it can be a fun hobby type of craft that you may do, but maybe I should have put this under the activity section. Painting your nails as a girl's night, like Christmas nails, doing Christmas designs onto your nails, and watching a Hallmark movie with your friends. That could be such a fun thing to do around this time of the year. I love that idea so much. I have fallen in love with diamond art painting. I literally just tried a mountain retreat one just a few days ago, and I was freaking out because it seemed so overwhelming and just like a lot. But I really think that is such a fun activity as well. Diamond art painting kits, those are really great. They have a lot of beautiful Christmas illustrations and Christmas photos that you can just like take your time with. A lot of these things are very particular, fine point type of crafts and activities that should, you know, take some of your time. So I love that. I've never tried this particular craft, but doing a Santa sandbag, a Christmas sandbag, is a very fun craft that you can do. You can put that out on your driveway or possibly your balcony as well. That can be something that you do for the season. You put in either a faux or a real candle. Look into that because once again, I haven't done this particular craft, and it just lights up the streets. It lights up your neighborhood in just the most darling way compared to, you know, the traditional Christmas lights that you do have. Quaint little additions like the Santa sandbags are such a great way of adding just a special little touch to your home and to your neighborhood. It is a little bit like unorthodox. You don't typically see that, I don't think. Of course, you'll see the big blowed up, you know, Frosty or reindeer and Santa, but I don't always see the Santa sandbags, and it's just very precocious and very sweet and simple, and it just gives the perfect glow at night. And of course, it's such a wonderful tradition to do with kids. I'm certain there's a huge debate about which one is the greatest Christmas movie or the greatest Christmas TV episode, but that's our next category, TV shows and movies. I have here listed The Shop Around the Corner, which is a 1940s film. This one stars James Stewart, as well as Margaret Sullivan. And this is supposed to be the story that inspired You've Got Mail, the one with Tom Hanks and I was gonna say Frida Kahlo. Like, what is that? Meg Ryan. I'm sorry. I didn't even have to look that up. I love You've Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle, which does kind of, yeah, that's actually a Christmas movie in a way.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
You know? Oh my gosh, that's such a funny movie. I love it. But yeah, The Shop Around the Corner, that's one. Meet Me in St. Louis, that one has Judy Garland. I've been wanting to get into that one as well. I love my older movies. I have so many Cary Grant movies here on DVD. You wouldn't even believe it. So, Oh, speaking of Cary Grant, I believe Cary Grant is in the Angel one. Cary Grant is in The Preacher's Wife, I believe. The Bishop's Wife? The Preacher's Wife is the one with Mel Gibson. Ah! I don't know these people anymore. That's so funny. Denzel Washington and Whitney Houston. So I think it's The Bishop's Wife, if I'm not mistaken. I do have that one actually on DVD as well. 1947, The Bishop's Wife. Yeah, those are some classic movies for you. So different categories for TV shows and movies. You can have the eerie, spooky, and scary section where it includes things like The Polar Express, Krampus, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Seeing is believing. Am I right?
We're all really going to the North Pole, aren't we?
Aren't we?
See? Scrumptious.
So those are some options. There are some like typically like eerie type of movies around this year. It just is because it's such an unknown magic that happens. Even this movie called The Spirit of Christmas with this like Henry Cavill lookalike, it's a little scary. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little scary. And then I have another kind of weird, scary, crazy one is The Gremlins, the first one at least. And then of course some classics, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
You're
The Grinch!
Elf, where we have this sweet story of a man who was raised as an elf. So funny. That's a really good one. Guys, will you kill me if I say I've never watched Home Alone, the first or second one, and that I've only really seen the third one? Don't click off the video.
Shut up.
And even worse,
The world laughs, Alex.
you've stained the family name.
Yeah, the one with Alex Zealand and Scarlett Johansson. I'm sorry, that's the one I know.
If I hurt your feelings, I am truly sorry.
That's the one I know. That's the one I like. I have to give the Macaulay Culkin one a chance, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a little afraid actually. I'm afraid to change who I am. I don't think I'm gonna love it as much because I feel like my time has passed. Even though I know it, you know what I mean? The feeling of it, but we never got into that one. I don't know. But I have to give Home Alone 1 and 2 a try. I know, some people are like, the third, fourth, and fifth, which I'm not saying I'm into the fourth or fifth. I just only know the third one. But like, those don't exist. They don't exist. I'm like, calm down, relax. So Home Alone, that's another classic. Serendipity, Love Actually, I think The Holiday, those are all, even Last Holiday with Queen Latifah, those are all kind of like, you know, a little bit of a modern, they all kind of feel like they fall in the same vein. So those movies are definitely an option as well if you want to watch those. My family's gonna kill me, especially my sisters. They do not really like that movie. But I love The Family Stone. I love The Family Stone. I'm sorry, okay? It's an all-out cast. I think it's just so cozy and so funny and sweet. I don't know what it is about this movie. I don't know. Maybe it's the house. Maybe it's the siblingness of it all. I don't get it. Maybe it's the tight-knitness of the family. But yeah, this family, they're just like super close. It stars the voice actor who, Craig Nelson, I think his name is, the one who does the Brad Bird movie. Oh my gosh, I know you guys are like, who? Craig Nelson, Brad Bird movie, The Incredibles, the voice actor for Mr. Incredible.
Wait a minute. You're saying what? That I'm messy?
He's in it. Diane Keaton is in it. Amok. Sarah Jessica Parker? Sarah Jessica Parker is in there. The Notebook, Anne Hathaway, that's not her name. What's her Rachel McAdams is in there. Dermot Mulroney is in there. Luke Wilson is in there. And a couple of other funky characters. Oh, Diane, the young lady who did Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. She's in there too. I feel like I'm forgetting people. I'm sorry, but yeah. I like that movie. I don't know why. I just enjoy it. Okay? sue me. So basically the story kind of like follows how mother, the matriarch of the family, is on remission from like breast cancer, and people are getting engaged left and right, which is what the whole point is, the family stone, the ring. I don't know, I particularly love it. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like 20 years old now. It's a 2005 movie. My sister is saying that it feels like this movie, Holiday in Handcuffs, which I absolutely adore. This is, if you gotta watch that one, okay? It stars Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez. So good. It used to be on ABC Family, now called Freeform, okay? But anyway, Holiday in Handcuffs, she's saying that it's the better version of The Family Stone. I was like, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, this lady, she basically kidnaps this man because she got dumped and she loses her mind. She kind of has a little bit of a psychotic break. She kidnaps this man. It takes him to this like cabin out in the middle of nowhere, feeling like misery, right, with Kathy Bates. And the family is celebrating Christmas out in this cabin. It's like a traditional thing. And Mario Lopez has been kidnapped by Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And it is so funny. It still holds up. Some of my other favorites from that era, I love Christmas Cupid, I love Snow Globe. There's one that used to be on like Fox Family or ABC Family. So good. It's called Borrowed Hearts. Y'all don't know. Santa Baby is another one. So good. There's this other one called 3 Days. Oh my gosh. So many good ones. Gosh. And then, oh my gosh, of course, there's a whole string of Hallmark movies. Let me just think of a couple that are of quality. I cannot stand when the Hallmark movies are low grade. I mean, I know a lot of them are a little bit sus, but some of them are pretty good. There was one last year called A Scottish Christmas with Lacey Chabert, and A Biltmore Christmas, I think that's what it's called. That's also one worth your while. Joyeux Noël, that's a really cute one. My Norwegian Holiday is another one. Heidelberg Holiday, that's another great one. There's this whole series. I thought it was really cute. It's called like Time for You to Come Home for Christmas, Time for Him, Time for Her, Time for Us to come home for Christmas. And a lot of the times it's kind of following like this like road trip type of mystery adventure story. So much fun. So much fun. Yeah. Speaking of road trips, I really like this other movie. It's called A Cross Country Christmas. Super cute. It has like Rachel A. Cook in there and this guy named Grayson Holt. You guys are like, who are these people? But it's like when you get to like, you're immersed in like the Hallmark feels or whatnot, you kind of get to know these actors a little bit, you know? So, and because you kind of need to know because all the movies are quite like the same, so you have to be able to differentiate. Another thing that one can do around this time of the year, I will see if I could find where they've listed out the Christmas episodes, but I promise you, I've had a DVD of Disney Channel's TV shows, Christmas movies for years. I will see if I could find it on Amazon when I purchased it to prove it to you guys, but you can do Liz McGuire, That's So Raven. Oh, I'm just thinking of Petrelli and her running around in the mall trying to, I don't know, what was it? Get a necklace situation going on. She like Raven opened her Christmas gift earlier than she should have, and then she ended up breaking it, and then she had to maybe get it fixed at the mall or something. It was just stressful. So Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, that was really cute because they had like a Mary and Jesus whole thing happening. I always like when that happens. It's like, oh, this lady named Mary and then her husband named Joe, maybe not like on like not too on the nose. Like the husband's name is Joe. Like they're here and they're looking for somewhere to, to stay. And then, oh my gosh, Mary or whatever, she ends up giving birth. It's like a Christmas story. It's always so good. So I think that was the one for Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. You guys, I'm getting so giddy because that was my childhood. Phil of the Future, The Proud Family, they did a whole Kwanzaa thing. That show is so ridiculously funny. Like the whole blackness and all the silliness in that show is just, it's crazy. I think there was a whole fruitcake situation that was going on in there too. So much fun. I think I mentioned Lizzie McGuire, Steve, Santa Claus is coming to town. What's his name? The one from Aerosmith. Rocking around the Christmas tree. He sang in Polar Express. I forgot his name. Anyway, the guy from Aerosmith, Steve something, I think that's his name. He was in Liz McGuire. Oh, Even Stevens, they did a Hanukkah episode. So much fun. Where Lewis kind of got warped into this dream and his family was not his because he was misbehaving and something kind of crazy happened to him where he had to be taught a lesson.
Oh my God, I think I'll do a day. Hey, where did the chicken go? He was here a minute ago.
It's on your head.
Come on. Chica, chica, chica. Chica, 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 chica,
People! We have a problem. Someone has pilfered the Hanukkah money. That means it's stolen.
What was this doing in your pocket?
No, I didn't want to steal any presents. I just wanted to be with you guys, my family.
What? You come here and dance with our chicken and suddenly you're family?
And so lots and lots of fun and exciting Christmas stories from the old Disney shows. If you guys want something a little bit less conventional, once again, I absolutely love those and we try to watch them every now and then. This category is a little wild. We call it Silent Night, Violent Night.
I've come for your head, fat man!
Come to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
So these are the movies that are just, okay, they're coming to be a little bit more action-y, you know? So we have some of these movies here that are like a little bit intense with the gruesome violence and like, it's like, oh, is this really a Christmas story? But it really is. So there's one with Mel Gibson. It's so much fun. I liked it a lot. It's called Fat Man. I was like, why Fat Man? Because Santa's a fat guy. Yeah. Okay, definitely one that has pioneered all of these type of like action-y, violent type of Christmas movies. Die Hard. Some people say this is not a Christmas movie, but apparently it is. Bruce Willis, what can we say? And then there's Bad Santa, and then I think there's one that was actually called Violent Night. I'll put the poster up. There's a couple from this year that are gonna come out. Red One with Chris Evans and The Rock and a few other people. Lucy Liu. Also, there's Reindeer Games with Gary Sinise and Charlize Theron and Ben Affleck. Oh my gosh, it's a rated R, okay? But yeah, that one's really good too. If you have children and you're still trying to do that crazy action, fun-packed film, there's Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So much fun. Classic. Sorry if things have moved around. I had to change the battery pack. Just going off of like more of the animated kiddish films, I don't really love claymation, but I know a lot of people really adore the Year Without Santa Claus. That one, I think I've always skipped over that. Maybe it's good. Maybe I should give it a try, but have not been into that really. So, sorry. A recent favorite animated one is Klaus. That one is on Netflix. It always pulls on the heartstrings. It's so beautifully done. I love the story and I love the animation style. It's so beautiful. There's a new one as well that Disney has just released. I was surprised that it moved me from just the trailer alone. Yeah, so the Disney one that has come out, I believe this year, I haven't watched it or anything like that, so I can't really vouch for it, but I saw the trailer and it looked really, really good. An almost Christmas story. This one follows Moon, a curious young owl who unexpectedly finds himself stuck in a Christmas tree destined for Rockefeller Plaza. In his attempts to escape the bustling city, Moon befriends a lost young girl named Luna. Together they embark on a heartwarming adventure, discovering the magic of the holiday season and forming an unlikely bond as they journey back to their parents. So that one seemed really sweet. Another animated flick, of course, besides the Polar Express, there's Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I think that's the title. Sorry if I'm butchering it. The tree. Have you guys seen the tree in that movie? Like, I want that tree. It's like this 20-foot Christmas tree in this grand entrance near a staircase, and it's just so beautiful. You have all the classic characters of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and it's just very sweet and very, perfect. It's very Christmassy. There's also Grandma Got Run Over by the Reindeer. The song is just so much fun. And of course, the movie is really great too. Cousin Mel. Y'all, if y'all don't know about Cousin Mel, I don't know what to tell you. And of course, I've never seen a Charlie Brown's Christmas, but I am interested in that one as well. Been really feeling the Snoopy and Charlie Brown feels, the Peanuts gang. And let me quickly rattle off a few that I love from Netflix. There's a Christmas Prince, Christmas Inheritance. There's Operation Christmas Drop, so much fun. Oh, the one with Vanessa Hudgens, The Princess Switch. There are 3 movies. But do we need 3 movies? Yes, we do. I answered it for you. Yeah, we do. There's also The Night Before Christmas. That one is with Vanessa Hudgens as well. One with Kat Graham, The Holiday Calendar. I think that's what they call it. There's also Christmas Chronicles and Falling for Christmas with Lindsay Lohan. That one was cute too. Those are just very simple movies. I could go on and on. Oh, and just a couple more Christmas movies that have probably no category at all. There's the Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby Christmas special of 1957. If you want, you know, as you're doing whatever activity, you can have that one in the background. it's just so quaint and so special because those are two iconic, beautiful Christmas voices and just voices in general for singing. I think that that would be such a great idea.
Happy holiday to you.
And then if you love Fantastic Mr. Fox, I always want to go Fantastic Mr. Fox and Where to Find Them. Bill Murray and George Clooney, they had this Christmas special. I think Miley Cyrus made an appearance where it was just so perfect, very hilarious, very Lost in Translation style. It was just so perfect. Groundhog's Day feels, because it's Bill Murray. His movies always are relatively all the same. There's this like homely, warm thing about it, very particular kind of form of comedy. It's George Clooney. He's really hilarious too. You wouldn't think so because it's like George Clooney, but yeah, the Bill Murray Christmas, perfect. I think it's called A Very Murray Christmas or something like that. I don't know. It's just perfect. I love it. I love it. Okay, the last one I will mention, which is my older middle sister's favorite, is I Heard the Bells. Actually, I will mention two more because I did ask my family what their favorite Christmas movies were, but I Heard the Bells is an iconic, I'm gonna say it's just iconic. Maybe not a lot of people know about it, but it is such a great story about an American writer who goes through this adversity and he has his children to lean on, and I can't say much more about it, but it's a beautifully filmed story. Set design is on point. Body 10.
My current girlfriends live. Body 10. Face 10.
Yeah, set design on point, story on point, messaging perfection. It's just so beautiful. I Heard the Bells. I think it came out in 2022 or 2023. I even got it on DVD. That's how good it is. Oh my gosh, so good. And then my oldest sister, she said that her favorite Christmas movie is The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, with the Jim Carrey version, of course. Okay. And then my mom, she was talking about this particular one that she really liked off of Hallmark. It's called The Christmas Masquerade, where this guy, it's like a Cinderella type of spin on Christmas. There's this wonderful Christmas ball. People have to, dress up. A lot of people are masked, and the guy can't, seem to locate the lady because she's in a mask, and he's kind of cocky, and it is just cute, good Hallmark fun. I'm certain there are so many that I could list off, but we don't have the time for that, do we? This video is probably super long already. The next category is music. Guys, I once again will have a lovely Christmas playlist going on. You won't really find modern things in there. Like if you're a fan of Ariana Grande or John Legend or Blake Shelton, or I don't know these stars, okay? But a lot of the new people, Fifth Harmony, I don't know. Don't come for me. But seriously, if you're looking for that, you're gonna have to do that research yourself. But I will have a lovely, funky Christmas playlist for you, going with a lot of the classics. We have Bing Crosby, Dean Martin. There's that guy, the one, It's the Most. Who does that one? It's so like, yeah, It's the Most. I'm trying to think. Do, boom. There's that movie too, sorry, back into the movies super quick. There's a baggage kind of film that seems to be interesting on Netflix. It's like, has a Taron Egg, something. I was interested in that. That could go under the Silent Night category. But yeah, who is it? That's the one. Andy Williams, yeah, he's also on the list. Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole. We have some people from the 60s, a little bit of a Motown feel. There might be some modern-ish kind of thing, but I'm talking about like Greg Laswell, possibly Coldplay, just some really nice renditions of songs. I just, like, if you do it wrong, it's wrong. You know what I mean? The girls, the Carney and Wendy sisters, the Hey Santa song. There's this song, guys. Oh my gosh, guys. There's this song from Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? When I heard the lyrics for that song, I was like, what is going on here? This is insulting. This song rocks and it's so much fun, but have you guys ever heard the lyrics? It's crazy. Do they know it's Christmas time? Guys, it was supposed to be some type of like Live Aid type of charity fund for the famine that was happening in Ethiopia, I believe, but they missed the mark with the messaging. It was really bad. Let me read to you guys some of the lyrics, and I don't know if you guys agree with me. Oh, and in that particular group, there's like Boy George, there's the Spandau Ballet guys. Phil Collins, George Michael, may he rest in peace. Oh my gosh, guys, that's my favorite Christmas song. Last Christmas by Wham. That's a good movie too. I liked it. Last Christmas with that girl from Game of Thrones and that guy from Crazy Rich Asians. You see, I'm not discriminating here. I don't know either one of their names. Okay, but in Band-Aid, the song goes, okay, but say a prayer and pray for the other ones. I think that's Bono's line. At Christmas time, it's hard, but while you're having fun, there's a world outside your window, and it's a world of dread and fear. So they're like, it's as if they're singing to the Africans about how horrible the situation is and how that's the way I interpreted it. If you guys interpreted it a different way, you let me know in the comments. But like, there's a world outside your window, and it's a world of dread and fear, where a kiss of love can kill you, and there's death in every tear. Like, I don't know if those are the actual proper lyrics, but it's very close. And here's one of my favorite lines, and I'm certain it's Bono who sings this. He goes, and the Christmas bells that ring there are the clanging chimes of doom. The Christmas bells that ring there are clanging chimes of doom. He goes, well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. Something like that. Oh my gosh, these lyrics are wrong. I was like, that's off. But thank God it's them instead of you. What? No, that's wrong. And then Boy George and others are saying, and there won't be snow in Africa this time of year. The greatest gift they'll get this year is life. Where nothing ever grows, no rain or river flows, do they know it's Christmas at all? Here's to you, raise a glass, Paul Young. Raise a glass for everyone, here's to them. Here's to you, raise a glass for everyone. Here's to them. Underneath that burning sun, do they know it's Christmas time at all? It's a fantastic song, but the messaging is off. It's off. Okay? Alrighty. My rant is over about that. And it keeps going. Feed the world. Do they know it's Christmas time? Okay. It's a great song, but seriously. Like, what are we doing? Like, what? Who signed off on this? And others that you'll find on the playlist, you guys might find it a little annoying and like, what? But hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Of course, NSYNC has amazing Christmas music too. Backstreet Boys recently did a whole Christmas album after like 30 years of being together. They finally released an album, and my favorite song on there was, of course, Last Christmas. It was so good. It's the best song on there, honestly. And then Michael Jackson also has amazing Christmas music. If you guys are into Big Time Rush, they're like an older, not older, like 80s, 90s, but they are kind of an older boy band at this point. They have some great fun Christmas music as well. So also Chris Brown. Oh my gosh, you can't forget about Chris Brown's song. Okay, the list will have a bunch of Christmas music that you'll really enjoy. Alrighty, but yeah, lots of beautiful Christmas music, including that one. And you know, we got Wham, we have an 80s feel, a 50s feel, 90s. Mariah Carey, of course, is gonna be in there. I wonder if Whitney Houston has any incredible Christmas music, or even Brandy. I'll look into that, but we'll be creating a lovely Christmas playlist that you can have on the background, or you could jam to if you're doing some decorating and cleaning. That will be so much fun. I love Christmas music. I've been playing it all year round. Not the playlist, but Christmas music, okay? I'm just saying. Tell me what your favorite Christmas song is, if you have one. As I said, Last Christmas by Wham is my favorite. I love it. And then we love Carol of the Bells and Sugar Plums, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies by Tchaikovsky. Oh, okay, we're done. Next, once again, I think last time I said, after you're done eating all that food, you're gonna want a Christmas party. This time we'll just, burn off the calories. Now, because you've been dancing so much, you're going to have to refuel. So, food is the next category. Christmas has some of the most delicious smells and aromas and flavors and sights to see when it comes to food. I can't even begin to let y'all know. So, a couple of super quick and delicious recipes that you could possibly have during the season as well as for Christmas dinner. You can make a delicious potato gratin, like a scalloped potato gratin with Gruyere cheese or Parmesan cheese. Oh my gosh. Sprinkle some rosemary and thyme on there. That's just a dish. That's a dish for the season. A garlic herbed steak in the oven. It just sounds like it's going to fill up the entire house. Everybody will salivate for that one. A whole roasted chicken. That's enough. That's enough. Some juicy pork tenderloins on like a bed of oranges. Oh my gosh, just the sight of that. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh my gosh, lots of meat dishes here that I'm finding. Christmas ham, Christmas turkey, Christmas everything, you know? I've seen also this can be considered a little bit of a healthier version, as I always say, because we don't want to end up with diabetes at the end of everything, right? Everything in moderation. But one of the healthier versions I've seen as far as a dish, you can do like a Christmas salmon, you know, bake your salmon as you like, have your particular sauce as you like, and then to have that beautiful color, you can have pomegranates on top. I know that sounds a little unorthodox and weird, but a delicious baked and crusted salmon with pomegranates on top and under a bed, like on top of a bed of greens. Oh, ho, ho. That sounds good. That sounds really good. And oh my gosh, I saw another one here. Some easy Christmas salads. So there's one here that you can have with pears and pomegranate seeds, because pears are very much so for the season as well. I think it's just a lot of people would like to add pomegranates and probably cranberries into their dishes because it's so vibrant in color. It's like perfect. Like, oh, what red thing can I use besides red dye 40? You know what I mean? So a healthy way of incorporating that beautiful color into the dishes is by adding pomegranates. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. I've seen also a salad with, once again, pomegranate, feta, avocado, honey mustard, that kind of thing. Half Baked Harvest is the place to go if you want to find some really interesting recipes. This is a fun activity that you can do with the kids. Star cookies. So there's basically like sugar cookies that, like, I love when you see like this layer of like, it's like a cookie and then the filling. Imagine like this pistachio filling and then the cutout of that bottom layer and then a dusting of like sugar, powdered sugar. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So yeah, some of those star cookies with pistachio cream, that would be just perfect. You can do a Christmas cookie box. I've seen so many different kinds of like crackle cookies, gingerbread men, Santa cookies, sugar cookies, lots of different German style cookies. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Lots of different drink options as well, as far as a spiced eggnog latte. You can do like a gingerbread latte. I literally just tried this gingerbread type of holiday cookie drink at Dunkin' Donuts and it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. I could have done better at home. I could have done it myself at home for way less money and for way more flavor. You know what I mean? I've seen this gorgeous focaccia. I think that's how you say focaccia. I've seen this gorgeous focaccia bread. I don't know if I said that right. Focaccia bread, where it's like, okay, you're baking the bread and then you have sprigs of, I believe, rosemary, and you shape it into a Christmas tree. And then as far as your ornaments, you can have these gorgeous yellow, red, orange tomatoes, and you just kind of like place them. Oh, you know, the picture's right there. It speaks for itself. That's a really sweet idea. I love that so much for the season. If you're trying to really make it quite elegant and decadent and rich and indulgent, try to do a beautiful Black Forest cake. I think that's perfect for winter. It would just look so great with the rest of the Christmas dishes that you have on your tablescape. Oh my gosh. Black Forest cake with like little cherry bits on top. So good. So good. Yeah, there are a slew of different cakes that I found on Pinterest. Somebody ended up doing like a pine cone type of design with little almond bits, which is such a great flavor for that time of the year. There are sheet cakes that one can do. I see a lot of sugared cranberry type of cakes, just so delicious. Roasted hazelnut hot chocolate pudding. If you want to kind of mix it up as well, I was thinking as far as the flavors of that season, if you wanted to use like 12 Days of Christmas a little bit as far as Christmas season flavors, hear me out. You can cut up a bunch of countries and put them into a jar. For example, America, Canada, Chile, Nigeria, Switzerland, France, Germany, Austria. Unlike, I know Europe really well. Spain, Portugal, like keeps going. Lithuania, okay. Italy, let's not forget Italy. A bunch of those countries. Sorry, Australia, Malaysia, Mongolia. I feel so bad. It's like, oh, you forgot about us too. No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. It's just the globe is really big. Okay, China, there's Laos, there's Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, etc. Russia, okay. The Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Haiti, Cuba, Dominican. Okay, you guys get the picture. Okay, I know countries. I know, like, I probably know more countries than a lot of people. Okay, anyway. So bad, like, okay. New Zealand, Iceland, all the places, okay? If you want, during that time of the year, you can put like a bunch of different countries in there. Pick out a country, let's say if it was Germany or Austria, let's just say one of those countries, okay? And you can research one of the famous dishes that come out of the country and just try like 12 different flavors of Christmas around that time of the year. I think that's a really great way to kind of like expand your horizons and try something different, especially if you feel like, I've done the same thing. Tradition is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but maybe this year I would like to do a bûche de Noël or do something that the Swiss folks do, or or the Chileans or the Argentinians or whatever. Maybe the Haitians too. You never know. So there are a lot of delicious flavors out there and different cultures to explore. So that could be something that could be fun and quite different for you this time of the year. Okay. The name of those type of cookies that I was talking about, where it's like the cookie and then the filling and then the cutout of the cookie, they're called Linzer cookies. You guys must have been screaming that out to me probably. So I have a bunch of recipes here that we'll put in the description box, or at least on one of the pinned comments, because once you start filling that description box, it can get quite limited because you only have a certain amount of space for that. I found this eggnog gingerbread tiramisu recipe. It looks so good. So good. Eggnog pie, chocolate cranberry Christmas cake, Black Forest tres leches cake. You can do Christmas ice cream. Oh. Yeah, there's so many different options. Now, I'm not saying to drink soda. Soda's not good for you people. But if you're gonna drink some, you have to try the Sprite one. You gotta try the Sprite one. It's so good. It's like a spiced cranberry. Yeah, winter spiced cranberry Sprite. It is so good. But yeah, so many drink options, so many recipes that are perfect for the season. Lots of flavors, lots of delicious meals that one can enjoy. And I hope that you guys try out some of these recipes, as I will definitely be trying some out myself. The final category we have are the fun and festive Christmas activities you can do around this time of the year. So I feel like something that a lot of people never get to do is go to like a Christmas tree lighting ceremony. You know, you always see those on Hallmark. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Christmas! Like, you know, they light up the tree and it just looks so funny. Like, everybody's like, you know, around the Christmas tree, like just marveling at how beautiful it lights up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. How does she have so much energy?
Hey, you know, it's about to start. Come on. Follow me. Come on. I used to wait for this moment all year.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And every time I see it, it's like the first time.
Are you guys more white like Christmas trees or colorful Christmas tree? Are you guys more like multicolored like Christmas tree people? You know, I'm kind of both. I presume I'm kind of both. A fun thing to do with a family or alone, you can go to a Christmas tree farm. Just the smell of that environment is just so precious. It's like once a year kind of thing, you know? True pine smell, true fir needle smell, cedar. All of those are just unmatched, especially when it's in its natural environment.
No geometrical imperfections here. This one? Yes.
No.
Tall, majestic, really the perfect tree.
Totally wrong.
Are you sure this isn't the one? Oh, come on. That's a runt. I mean, it's missing branches. It looks more like a tetrahedron than a cone.
It's unique.
Unique?
It's special. This is the one.
As you wish.
Buying Christmas gifts for children in need. There's this particular program called Box of Joy, where it's been going on for quite some time. You guys might know it. Not then, the first time you're hearing of it. But yeah, you're able to actually fill these like boxes. They have a limitation with items for kids, like socks and toothbrushes and toys, and maybe something educational in there as well, where it's like fun and things that kids actually need. So that's something you can participate in. I know this time of the year, also cancer research, hospitals will reach out so that way people can donate toys for the kids in those particular wings. So consider doing something like that as well. Volunteering at your local church once again, or your hospital, your fire department, police department. I don't know. Ask where you're needed and people will find something for you to do. Okay, always. Like for example, offer to clean. That's just a very helpful thing to do depending on like whose business it is. Just helping to offer to clean is a big help, you know? It might not be something that people think of, it does not come to mind, but I know that it is extremely appreciated when it is offered. It's like, oh yeah, that's one less thing off of my plate. Or even offer to help decorate. If you are somebody who happens to have a ladder and somebody can't reach, you know, a particular area and they need to put up a wreath.
I want to put up the wreath.
Priorities, it's the holidays!
Hey, can I help you hang that?
No thank you. I've got it. Okay, maybe I haven't. It's kind of high up there.
Yeah. Well, I climb ladders.
Yeah?
Yeah. I build stuff.
Okay. Thank you. What do you build?
Offices, apartment buildings, schools. I'm a contractor.
Any experiences with wreaths?
First time for everything. Good?
Perfect. Thank you.
Their decorations or whatnot offer like whatever services that you can. Again, be the fairy, angel, Santa, Christmas elf that you want to see out in the world and be that, you know, do that for others. Switching gears here a little, December 13th is actually going to be on a Friday. Can you believe it? So I think it's a perfect opportunity to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas or Krampus, for example. A spookier type of watch. Invite over friends and family and have a whole kind of like Friday the 13th but Christmas edition. You can make something delicious that might be close to the movie theme and just have a whole affair about it. Put up lights and candles, get all cozy in your fuzzy socks and warm blankets, and enjoy a frightful Friday the 13th on December the 13th. Possibly, maybe, if there's time in the season, I'll do a Krampus vlog, and I'll also try to make a Yule log because it's Krampus, the Yule Lord. So we'll see. And also maybe sneak in, you know, Jack Skellington and Sally. I was watching this movie where this family had a tradition where they were doing like a Christmas cookie exchange, so that can be a very fun thing as well.
I know Jack was a baker.
Oh yeah, he bakes every year. He gets real crafty in the kitchen.
Huh.
Jack,
Hey.
what are you making?
Milk thistle buttermilk.
Milk thistle buttermilk?
It's a thing. What'd you make?
I made a sugar cookie with a caramel pecan reduction.
Everyone, can I have your attention, everybody? I want to thank all of you for joining us for the Kruger family Christmas cookie exchange.
This was something that we used to do as children a little bit, not too much, but driving around, of course, listening to beautiful Christmas music and looking at Christmas lights. That's always a fun activity to see how people go all out or not for Christmas. And some people really get really wild out there. Also, this totally ties into the idea of going caroling. I've never done it. Have I lived life? But it's like, yeah, going caroling with your friends.
Nations rise, join the triumph of the skies.
Hey, wait, no!
Angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem.
You know, getting together and going house to house caroling. I don't know, do people still do that? It just feels so like, get off my lawn. Nobody, you know, nobody's nice anymore. Sorry. It's true though. It feels like that's such a like a movie thing. It's like, unless, you know, I'm sure there are like groups that probably like organize that just to keep it nice and safe and just, you know, as wholesome as possible. But I'm certain that you can find a caroling group. Last guide, I also recommended going to a candle concert here in South Florida. They do these really great Christmas candle concerts where, again, they have these different arrangements that are played for this time of the year. You can go to a Christmas ballet. Oh my God. Sounds like so much fun. Some of the fun freezing activities one can do, you can go tubing, sledding, ice skating, ice hockey. All of those things are so much fun. Building a snowman in the snow is another great thing. If you happen to have like a white Christmas, you're very lucky, okay? To warm up, you can have a hot cocoa movie night with the Polar Express. If you guys know that iconic scene on the train, they are having this delectable hot chocolate.
Ooh, we got it! Hey, we got it! Here we've only got one rule. Here we only got one rule. Never ever let it go. Never let it go. You got chocolate.
And don't just make it like Swiss Miss or Nesquik or anything like that. Try to find a very decadent, if that's what you want to do, try to find a very decadent recipe from one of these countries. I feel like they really, this is the brand a little bit. Like Ghirardelli has a very good hot chocolate brand, as well as like Abuelita, if you guys have ever seen that mark at the grocery store. And then I'll try to leave like a Haitian hot chocolate recipe as well, or at least a link for you guys to check out. And I believe the Italians have, and the French maybe, they have this really thick hot chocolate that they do. It's like sludge. Oh, it's perfect for the arteries. It's really great. If you don't want to spend any money, just thinking about it, like go window shopping. That's always really beautiful. A lot of people put a lot of work in their window displays in their shops. So go window shopping and just see if there's anything there that you can emulate at home, because again, they have a very curated design at their store. So I love that, especially with all the lights and different little ornaments and figurines that they have. I know like sometimes in malls, they set up huge Christmas villages. Those are so fun to like, you know, watch people ice skating, watch the train go round and round. There's always like a Ferris wheel and a carousel. It's kind of like going to like your own very little Christmas town, but somebody else did it, because it's a lot of work, especially if you don't have those items at home. A light festival will be great, a drive down Main Street, a Christmas road trip, visiting Santa, taking pictures with Santa as well. That's really fun too. Going to the movies. If you don't want to stay, again, like all cooped up, going to like a drive-in or a regular theater to go see a couple of your favorite Christmas movies, that's so much fun. It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen it a couple of times in theaters and it's unmatched. It's not gonna do it justice to just watch it here. I mean, it'll be fine, but like seriously, seeing it on the big screen is really special. Taking the kids to like a Christmas petting zoo, horseback riding possibly, you know, like one horse open sleigh kind of feels.
Amazing.
I thought you might prefer this mode of transport, but sleighs can get chilly.
Thank you.
Let's go and find the most perfect Christmas tree that the palace courtyard has ever seen.
If you're fortunate enough to be in New York, where a lot of people have that very Christmas at the Plaza feels, that 80s feels of Christmas, the Home Alone kind of like, wow, hotel Christmas with those shiny lights and red everywhere, the traditional Christmas. Yeah, try to find activities around your city that you really want to partake in. Maybe it won't be every last thing, but at least one thing you can do for the season, just to say like, I tried, I got out of, you know, bed, and I didn't just let the season go by and just waste away, you know? Another thing, if you are cooped up just like last time, take a moment, because this is the end of the year and you kind of want to bring the new year, you know, with fewer things, do some decluttering. It's time. It's always good to get rid of a few things. We're not trying to be minimalist here, but it's always great to declutter a few items as well. Yeah, don't forget to just spread Christmas kindness, like random acts of Christmas kindness around this time of the year. Remember the reason for the season. For example, like shoveling somebody's snow. There's so many different activities that you can do to spread that kind of Christmas joy and Christmas giving spirit. Definitely be sure to do that this time of the year. I know that there's so many more activities that I could go on and talk about that a lot of people have incorporated in their traditions and in their habits around this time of the year, but I won't be able to go over everything. If you guys have any traditions that I didn't really cover, or anything out of the box and quite incredible and sentimental and sweet and just amazing, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear and read about your Christmas traditions, your Christmas musics, the food, the different hobbies and crafts and decors that you guys like to do, the books that you guys might recommend to me. I'm a huge reader, so please leave me some books as well. I would love to hear from you about all of the traditions and activities that you guys are going to be doing this year and beyond, and I'll be taking some notes so that I can incorporate them into my life as well, if they're any good. Alrighty guys, I want to thank you so much for checking out this cozy Christmas guide. It's really just a bucket list where I give you a bunch of different ideas for the season. Do things that you think would work for you. You don't have to do every last thing, you know? I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the Advent season and then the Christmas season as well. And I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye.
Okay, bye.